Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another interview in celebration of Student House's upcoming 70th anniversary in October. We are gathering marvelous memories and fascinating facts about Student House and reminiscing with former residents and Victoria League members associated with Student House. Today, my guest is Jordan Viera. Hello, Jordan.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks so much for joining me. Let me tell you a little bit more about Jordan. Jordan first heard about the Victoria League while looking for part-time work as a PhD student in social anthropology at the London School of Economics. He started in post as the membership and administration officer in March 2017, just in time to attend that year's Commonwealth Day service, lucky you, and continued through December 2019, at which time he began teaching at the LSE. Jordan worked in the same position again while living in Student House from May 2021 until March 2022, when he moved back to the US. He also actually lived at the Student House from April to December in 2019. After submitting his PhD thesis in May 2020, Jordan continued to teach both undergraduate and master's students at the LSE while working on several research projects as a member of the LSE Anthropology Department's COVID and Care Research Group. The team provided insights into various socio-economic responses to COVID-related policies that resulted in several publications, policy briefs, and expert evidence submitted to Parliament. Since returning home, Jordan has most recently been working in property management in the Lake Tahoe region of California, his favorite part of the state, while enjoying skiing, performing in community theater, wood carving, and waiting for a position to open at the local college. I loved reading your bio. Thank you very much. That was brilliant. That
Oh,
was
of
brilliant.
course. Thank you.
And lucky you for being in Lake Tahoe right now.
It's
Um,
beautiful.
I'm sure, I'm sure it is. You said how you discovered the Victoria League, but tell me a little bit more how you discovered about Student House and everything about living there.
Well, it was during my initial fieldwork phase of my PhD project when I had some little bit of extra time and thought I could fit a part-time job in with the fieldwork part of the PhD. So I found the Victoria League on a job hunt website, and they were looking for a membership and administration officer. And I just thought the skills required for that position, suited me well. So I applied, received the job. And I remember the first day when I went for the interview and met Doreen and the general manager of the Victoria League and Laura Hadlin, the house manager of Student House. I walked into the building and instantly thought, what an incredible environment. Because the headquarters for the Victoria League is based within Student House.
Hmm.
So I instantly just kind of fell in love with Student House and thought, what a great opportunity for students. At the time, because I'm an anthropologist, I had to live where I was doing my field work. So I lived in East London, and that's what I studied was the gentrification of the previous Docklands, the
Hmm.
Docklands area of
Interesting.
London. So I thought, okay, but if an opportunity ever opened up once I completed field work to live in Student House, that's where I would want to live, which is what happened. And I was very grateful for that opportunity.
So you were smitten when you walked in the door.
Yes. Yes, it's a great part of London. It's a great, incredible environment. It's precisely right.
Great, great. I know there must be a lot of memories, but are there any one or two memories in particular that stick out for you?
Sure. Yeah, I think collectively our outings to the local pub for a weekly pub quiz were great. In case you don't know, or anyone watching doesn't know, the pub quiz is a kind of staple of British culture, going back decades, where, they ask questions in a variety of ways. Some questions aren't quite as straightforward. There might be kind of cryptic or, tricky questions, but everything from music to contemporary art to history, geography, sports, it's all there. And it's a really fun night. So several of us in Student House, along with Doreen and Laura, would participate in a quiz just down the road. It was a great time.
Yeah, oh, good. So now I understand when you did the Zoom meetings why you undertook all the quizzes that we did and you enjoyed them. So you're a quiz person.
Yes.
Ah, excellent,
And
excellent.
actually, during field work too in East London, I was the quiz master for my local pub.
Aha.
So yeah, I have an affinity for British pub quizzes.
There we go. Now I know your secret. Okay, good. You were the membership administration officer at the Roca. What did that entail? A few of the duties that you had to do?
Sure. So Victoria League, focuses on providing student accommodation through Student House for Commonwealth students, but there is also a larger membership base of supporters who provide, donations to keep Student House going and are also general supporters of the Commonwealth as a whole. So my primary activities as membership and administration officer was putting together of events for these members, which students were always, of course, welcome to attend as well. And it involved, I think, 20 plus events, 20 to 30 events in a calendar year. Everything involving Christmas luncheons at various restaurants in London to tours of Buckingham Palace, that kind of thing.
Oh, good. I mean, it gave you a really good insight because you not only dealt with the students, as you said, but you dealt with the trustees and you dealt with the board. I mean, it was a lucky, nice position to be in.
It was. Oh, absolutely. I enjoyed every day of it.
Fantastic. So you already said that. I mean, the location is fantastic, Bayswater. But do you have? And I'm thinking after the whole quiz thing, you might say the pub. But do you have place, a place in Bayswater in particular that you really like or remember?
Yeah, well, Bayswater kind of goes up right against Hyde Park. And I, love spending every minute that I could in Hyde Park. When I lived in student house, I took up running. Morning jogs through Hyde Park were always great. And just on the other side of Hyde Park is Kensington. Royal Albert Hall is right there. So that's great. But within Bayswater specifically, not quite the quiz pub, but kind of a similar kind of place. There's a great Austrian German restaurant
Mhm.
underground, so it was nice and cool during the summer. Actually, that's how I first discovered it was when I was trying to escape a heat wave in London, and thought, okay, I'll go underground. And there's this great restaurant, and I think it's called the Tyroler Hut. And they closed just before the pandemic. There was a fire, unfortunately, in
Oh,
August 2019, but I think they've reopened.
oh,
They've reopened since. So if you're around in the area or any incoming students or moving to student house, I highly recommend it. It's great food and entertainment every night. The owner plays the accordion, the saxophone, various brass instruments, and everyone participates in a sing along to Sound of Music to more pop tunes, and it's great. It's a
oh.
great environment.
Gonna have to look that one up. That sounds amazing. Hopefully, it is reopened. That would be great to hear. Finally, what would you say to any students thinking of Commonwealth students thinking of coming to London, studying about living at Student House? I'm sure you would recommend it.
Absolutely, 100%, 1,000%. The price is very reasonable, especially, I mean, for London as a whole, but especially for that prime area of London. It's extremely well connected through transportation network. London Underground stops are within walking distance, about 10 minutes, maybe less for me. I have quite long legs. um, but it's an extremely, great location. And also the staff are incredibly supportive. Doreen and Laura are amazing in every way. And either one of them will always be on duty or a student duty officer throughout the night. So if there's anything, 2 o'clock in the morning, something's happened, you need some help or support, someone will be there to provide that for you. Everyone treats each other with respect. There's a tremendous level of respect for individuals and also for different faiths. I mean, it is the Commonwealth, so there's a whole variety of cultural and social and religious backgrounds people are coming from, and that's all welcomed and celebrated at Student House. So I just think it's an incredible place in every way, and highly encourage anyone looking for accommodation, student accommodation in London to apply.
No, that sounds great. I totally agree with you on that. So, Jordan,
There are many music students who, at my time there anyway, lived in student house. And there's also a partnership with the Dame Kiri Te Kanawa Foundation in New Zealand. So that's all to say they're extremely talented and highly trained musicians who quite often will live there. And it was so amazing to be walking through the house during the day. There are restrictions on practice hours in the evening, but during the day to hear this beautiful piano melodies or violins or cellos or operatic singers, using either of the two music practice rooms that Student House provides. And that was always something I appreciated. It just was kind of the cherry on top to what was already an incredible atmosphere.
absolutely, absolutely, totally agree with you on that. I love going over, having a meeting there because the wealth of talent is just extraordinary in all ways, academically, musically, everything. It's just fantastic. Thank you, Jordan, so much for
Of
joining
course.
me today.
Of
And
course. Thank you, Jeannie.
reliving your memories, and it's much appreciated. And thank you, everybody, for watching and tune in again for more memories soon.